I am excited to say that the new game mode will take place in the Danger Room.
I've been waiting for this day for a while. Finally, I can share all the details about the roguelike game mode, including my personal experience and the official name of the Danger Room. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been guessing Danger Room. It is going to be the Danger Room. So if you already see all the details about the new Danger Room that is upcoming, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day, and I hope you're ready for all the information about the Danger Room, that roguelike game mode that people have been talking about for a while, that I got to play a few months ago. Really fun. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for even more Marvel Strike Force content. There's at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week on the channel, and ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. Let's talk about all the new information that dropped, and it came from a video on the Marvel Strike Force YouTube page from Brother Pathfinder, community manager, and Max, the senior technical advisor, and they talk all about this new roguelike game mode. And in case you're not familiar with what a roguelike or roguelite game mode is, it's a genre that leverages procedural generation and permadeath, gives it a lot of replayability. I had a lot of fun when I was playing this on the test server. Roguelite is a more modern version of kind of the same type of game mode, and how it's going to work in Marvel Strike Force. Players will enter a procedurally generated dungeon with the goal of beating that final boss. Along the way, you can make decisions to build up your squad or just go into battle. You make decisions on this. If you just go into battle, you're gonna get more points, but if you get some boost building up your squad and things like that, it'll be easier time to climb through this dungeon, but you won't get as many points. So you can choose how you want to tackle this dungeon. If you don't defeat the boss, the permadeath is gonna send you back to the beginning so you can start over, which I think is a great thing. And the reason for it now, they say that they're responding to requests for more PvE content, unlike the one-offs like the Scourge or Dark Dimensions. I think even the raids can be included in this. I think a lot of those are really fun. The raids, I have a lot of fun with all these new raids for about a week. When a new team comes out, I have fun with that new team for about a week. But again, after that, it loses its replayability. Same thing like the Scourges. I have a lot of fun when the Scourges Shadow King is going on right now. And the first time we had the Shadow King trials, had a lot of fun with that, but not as much as we have to replay this. Same with the Dark Dimensions. So I'm really looking forward to some kind of PvE content that we could just do all the time, and not have the devs have to generate one new node and then we get to play that and then they have to generate a whole new one. I like this, and they did say that specifically when we were at the summit, this is not going to be generated by AI. The mode was designed for a lot of replayability and is designed to create a brand new experience that MSF, not just in the normal MSF combat, but designed to flip the combat on its head. So you can do some weird stuff in this Danger Room. And I like that some of we did experience some of that weird stuff, weird rules, things that kind of would feel weird if you put it in like a mode like Crucible or the raids or War. In this, having all these weird rules and things that kind of break some of the previous metas, it adds a lot of fun, in my opinion. Now, the big difference between the normal combat as we've experienced in Marvel Strike Force and what the Danger Room offers is that you're adding more strategic decisions more at the meta level, so more at the high level. So not as much as your decisions in battle, like what order you're going to use your special or your basic or your ultimate, you're going to save it or this. It's more about building up your squads before the encounter, having the proper squad, having to have the proper stats, and having to have the proper boost so that you could tackle the hard content and some mini bosses and eventually get to that boss. So let's take you through a run of the Danger Room. So first thing you need to do, select the difficulty and then select start run. That is going to create your unique dungeon. It is going to be unique. It's not going to be like the same like Dark Dimension or the raids. And your first decision, you got to pick your starting characters. Example, the X-Men, Starjammers, Thunderbolts. When we were in Los Angeles, I used the Liberty team because they were the newest team at the time, and they just smashed a lot of the stuff. And in my most recent experience on the test server, I chose the Vigilantes, and they just smashed through that. And I think if you want the best experience or the easiest experience, pick the most recent teams. One, they're gonna have the most updated stats, and they're gonna probably have the best kits out there. I tried using some older teams, and they just it did not work as well. It's a lot more challenging. Then you're just gonna fight through each dungeon, and you're gonna encounter a different type of node. You're gonna have a combat node, which is gonna be your standard fights. You also have your elite combat nodes. These are gonna be trickier fights, higher powered enemies, and you're gonna get more rewards from these as well. You also have some shop nodes, And these you could spend mode-specific currency, these combat tokens, and these are earned from combats, and you could use these to recruit new characters or get these combat modifiers or some buffs or some debuffs you could hang to the enemies. Sometimes it might make it harder for you, but allow you to score more points. So that is what the shop nodes are doing. And the tokens, they're gonna wipe out after each run. So every time you start a new run, all the information from your previous runs gets wiped out and you start again fresh. So I think that gives it a lot of replayability. Yeah, that sounds really, really fun to me. You also have these care packages, which are freebies, and you can choose one of 3 characters that you want to add to your team. You could add combat mods. I think there was some healing as well. There's also some healing stations as well. And this is a new feature allowing players to gain healing currency because the dungeon features persistent health for you both and your enemies. So if you are very low health, well, it's gonna stay on the next node. And if it goes down even more, you're gonna have even less health on the next node. So these healing station and some of these these care packages will help you with that. So these choices that you make on each of these nodes are going to be very important. It emphasizes constant decision making. So you have to choose whether you want to get a care package, whether you want to go shopping, whether you just want to go into combat over and over and over and try to get the highest score. But you have to make these decisions, which characters you're going to start with, what path you're going to do, because there's different paths that branch off from each of these nodes, and what decision you make will affect the rest of your paths as well. And manage your cooldowns and manage your health, because it does persist. The cooldowns and the health does persist between each node. It's kind of like Dark Dimensions. So you want to have as much health and your cooldowns close to reset as possible. Now, what they say about the procedural generation, they emphasize again, it's not AI. That was something huge that they emphasized, that it's not AI that's doing this procedural generation. It's going to be very similar to Blitz, where it pulls popular meta teams from War Defense, from Crucible Defense. It's going to mix them and to create different combat waves. So like Annihilators and Starjammers, but you might have 2 Annihilators, 3 Starjammers, or vice versa, or maybe 3 Liberty characters and 2 Vigilante characters, whatever. Just popular teams are going to mix and match it to make some weird combos that could be very, very interesting. The map generation, the map is also procedurally generated, and it's going to determine the order of the nodes and which nodes will appear. Sometimes you'll get some really great combat modifiers. Sometimes you'll get really bad ones, and that's going to be generated each time you start a new run. So yeah, you could get a perfect run. You can keep going till you get the perfect run, or you could just try to get through it, beat the boss, and get like the minimal rewards. And what they said about the difficulty and the scaling, they said to avoid it being too hardcore with randomness, missions are generated in large numbers assigned to a difficulty for beginners, and as you progress through the dungeon, you have a chance to encounter higher difficulty missions. So this is going to be based on the choices that you make as you're going through the danger room. As far as accessibility, this is not just for endgame players. They want this to be accessible for all players in Marvel Strike Force. So the difficulty, I guess it really is depending on how you are, how you want to play this mode. You also have these rental characters, which is pretty cool. It's only going to be in this mode. So if you have characters that you have not unlocked, you have these rental tokens, and they're automatically generated. It's capped at 5 per day, so you only have option to do 5 of these a day, but you can rent a character for a specific run to set power levels, even if you don't own these characters. So let's say I don't have any of the Thunderbolts unlocked, but I get some rental tokens for Victoria Hand and Hyperion, and I want to bring them run. I can do that with these rental tokens. And renting characters, that was a big feature that I enjoyed in DC Worlds Collide. I'm glad they're bringing something like that to Marvel Strike Force. But as far as the rewards and the scoring, it's going to be similar to Scorch. You're going to have milestone rewards and leaderboard rewards. And the milestone rewards, those are like your minimal. Those are just getting good stuff. The leaderboard rewards are going to be kind of like these pocket dimensions, where it's going to be mostly cosmetic. Maybe some global milestones included in that. I don't think they have everything decided on that. But because it's highly replayable, they want to avoid a heavy grind for new players or for new characters via leaderboard. So a lot of the better rewards will be in these milestone rewards. And these are primarily earned from defeating the final boss. You will be able to score more points if you score a higher difficulty, but the final boss is where a lot of these points are scored. Unlike the Scourges, where the points are kind of evenly distributed, and it's based on how many Scourges you put onto the mode. Now, as far as the release, their launch date is the same time that the currency conversion is going to happen, May 22nd. As far as how often it's going to come back, they want it to be like a monthly basis. And they want it focused on when the content are going to release. So probably going to accompany new team releases. So whenever we have a new spotlight going into the game, maybe that's when we're going to get this new Danger Room. But what this means for all players, lots of new PvE content that is replayable. Hopefully the rewards are worth it. And hopefully it's not just once a month. Hopefully this is a mode that is there all the time. We could just go in like, hey, I'm bored. I want to go play some Danger Room. Boom, boom, boom. I go in, get some quick combat, and then I'm done with the rest of my day. Oh, I got another 5 minutes. I can go in, play some Danger Room. Ooh, this is fun. And then I'm done. Hopefully it eventually comes like that, but I know what they talked about is like a monthly release for that. So I like everything that I've heard about this game mode so far. Hopefully they never bring overpower to this game mode. I'm really looking forward to it. The only thing I don't really like is that frequency, but let me know your thoughts on this Danger Room. Let me know your hype level, because mine is really, really high right now. So hopefully you enjoyed this as much as me, but let me know your thoughts down below. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did enjoy this video, leave it a like. Check me out on social media. Check out my other channel, all about Raid Shadow Legends, and if you want to see what are the best characters to farm right now in Marvel Strike Force, check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.